We have a motor in our test tank, so we figured we'd take this opportunity to make a video on this particular model. Just so you know, this is part of our Dressed and Tested program. We break in the motor, do the timing, do all the inspection. We run it in the test tank, and then we ship just the power head where it has to go, because the rest of the motor's okay for the customer. This one's going to Washington State. But these motors, a lot of people use the term bulletproof. Well, I hate that term. All motors can break. I think some people will take care of their motor if they think it's bulletproof. But there are a lot of reasons why this is a reliable motor and other ones are not so reliable. This is about as basic as a fuel injected motor can be, because it is a low pressure injected, which means the injectors are on the front of the motor, they go through the intake. It means they are not as efficient, but they are more reliable and easier to take care of. Your high pressure injected ones can be very reliable, but you have to take care of them, and people don't do it. But the big reason why this is a known bulletproof motor is not only is it got the Yamaha ignition system, but it has what a lot of people in the trade call a dumb computer. Well, this is one of the few cases in the world where actually dumb is good. A lot of new motors have very complicated ECUs that are more prone to break. And when they do fail, a lot of times, especially on like a FICT or an E-Tech, they have to be reprogrammed for the injectors. They really have to have your hours put back in them. If you put just a used ECU on it, they're not programmed for the injectors, so you have to load that in there. This is very simple, does not keep track of the hours of the motor, which you need an hour meter, which is really unreliable. But honestly, if you took care of this motor and you didn't put 8,000 hours on it, it probably wouldn't fail, but you really have to take care of it. So as I said, you do have a VSD on the side you got to take care of. It's got also Failsafe systems that it'll actually run even when some of your sensors is disconnected. I'll do a demo of that. We're going to cut away for a minute. I'm going to do a demo how this motor will run even with something as pretty critical as a crank position sensor, which tells the ECU I'm running will keep running. So you get home and you still have to repair something, but you get home. Nothing kills a reputation of an outboard more than having to be towed home and the panic that ensues because you're stranded out there. So we'll cut the tape. I'll shut it. I'm gonna turn it on. Sorry, it's gonna be too much noise for you to hear me, but you're gonna see me unplug a harness. You're gonna hear the motor go into a preset RPM, a get home mode, and that's gonna be a good example of why that is. So. So that was a perfect example of a fail-safe design. I unplugged crank position sensor, it kept running. I also unplugged the TPS, it kept running. Yeah, it won't be a motor you can use if any one of those fails, but you will get home at below 2,500. And you'll hopefully be able to make a repair. There's also Diagnostics, very simple software. It's called, actually the coolest name for any tool in the marine industry, the Winky Blinky light. That's actually what Yamaha calls it. And you plug it in a certain way and it flashes a code. It tells you how to diagnose the motor and you have to translate the code. So again, dumb technology, simple technology, usually more reliable technology. So this motor was built from 96 to 2005. If it wasn't for emission rules, regulations, it still would be built. It also has a reputation as a very reliable, aka bulletproof motors. People have had great luck with them. So, but there are specific things you need to do on these motors. We are going to include this in this video, a full estimate of what we did for a customer that brought a motor and he just bought it for a reasonable amount. But he said, what should I do to this motor to make it reliable? Well, we made all our recommendations. The estimate's at $3,500. So if you do all that stuff, you're gonna have a reliable motor. If you rely on something that's been sitting around for 10 years, you might get lucky, it might run okay, but you're kind of asking for it, really. So it really needs to be inspected, upgraded. Things like low pressure fuel pumps, VST, whole list of other things, ultrasonically clean the injections. So we will include that estimate in there. So if you find a deal on a motor, just put that in the math. But still really, really cheap compared to buying a new one. Very cheap compared to that.